Running a marketing campaign in sports is not as easy as it used to be, but Adidas seems to have figured out the formula, and their latest project with Anthony Edwards is proof. The brand has gone all in on Ant-Man's rise, building a sneaker campaign that perfectly matches his swagger and fearless personality. Adidas isn't just selling shoes, they're selling the story of Edwards becoming the next big thing in basketball. And if it feels familiar, that's because we've seen this kind of campaign before. Back in the 1980s and 90s, Nike rolled out a very similar playbook with a young Michael Jordan. Jordan's ads, particularly the ones directed by Spike Lee, became cultural landmarks. They weren't just commercials, they were moments. And now, Adidas seems to be doing something similar with Edwards. When asked about those classic Spike Lee and MJ ads in a recent interview with Complex, Edwards laughed it off, saying he had no idea they existed. Never seen them. I'm too young for that, he said. But Adidas global brand marketing manager, Miles Jackson Cartwright, was happy to confirm what many fans suspected: those Jordan campaigns were very much an inspiration. Absolutely, Miles admitted. Position your athlete as the icon that we think he is. Obviously, we have this belief in him, but essentially what made that great was the camera, the athlete, product. That's what we wanted to do for him, too. Jackson Cartwright explained that the goal wasn't to copy those commercials, but to capture the same spirit, to put Edwards at center stage, let his personality shine, and present him as the face of a generation. Kind of keep it simple and allow for him to have a stage for him to be himself. And that was the same thing we were trying to channel. Not necessarily repeat or copy, but just take that ethos, he said. Edwards quickly jumped in to make one thing clear: he's not out here trying to be Michael Jordan. I put my own spin on things, he said, pointing out that he doesn't view himself as a copycat. That confidence is exactly why this campaign is working. Anthony Edwards has become one of the NBA's most electric young stars, leading the Minnesota Timberwolves to back-to-back Western Conference Finals appearances. Even though he's fallen short of the finals so far, losing to Luka Doncic's Mavericks one year and the red-hot Oklahoma City Thunder the next, Edwards' stock continues to rise. If he manages to finally break through to the NBA Finals, his star power will go through the roof, and so will his sneaker sales. Adidas has positioned themselves perfectly to ride that wave. The campaign itself has been bold, cinematic, and full of personality, a perfect reflection of Edwards. It's not just about basketball, it's about selling a lifestyle, about telling the story of a player who might just become the face of the league. With Jokic leading the way, Murray running the offense, and a reloaded supporting cast that now includes Bruce Brown, the Nuggets are as dangerous as ever. The message from Gordon is clear: Denver is ready to make another run at the title, and they're not a fry Spike Lee would probably approve. After all, the legendary filmmaker is a lifelong Knicks fan, an Oscar winner, and the man behind He Got Game, one of the most iconic basketball movies ever made. His work with Jordan in the 90s proved how powerful marketing can be when it blends culture, personality, and sport. That's exactly what Adidas is doing with Edwards, and it's paying off. The partnership already feels like a slam dunk, giving Ant-Man the platform to separate himself from the pack. If Edwards can keep performing like he has, and maybe get over the hump in the playoffs, we might be looking at the next big marketing icon in basketball. And just like Jordan's commercials back in the day, these ads could go down as part of sneaker history. Of the competition.